What's up, everybody? Lost in the 90s back again for another reaction. Hey, today I've got another blind reaction from a group that, of course, I've heard of, but I've never heard this song before. Uh, hey, look, I'm throwing a little audible. I'm going to change a little bit of the way I planned on doing things. I am going to save a lot of the newer music I know for a little later. I'm really enjoying getting into the 60s and 70s music that I've just for whatever reason they were a little before my time and I never got into because I'm really enjoying it. Like, honestly, I had associated 70s for some reason with disco, and the 60s I associated with like a little softer rock. Uh, of course, I knew about groups like we're going to talk about today, like The Doors and Pink Floyd and Led Zeppelin, Leonard Skinner, uh, Yardbirds. I knew about them, and I knew they didn't fall into either of those categories, but I was so preoccupied with the music I grew up listening to, I just never gave them a chance. And now I'm kicking myself in the ass for not doing that because this music is as good as, if not better, than the music I love. And it takes a lot for me to say that. But anyway, the newer music, the reason being that I'm going to put that on the back burner. Now, if somebody requests a newer song and suggest it, I'm going to go ahead and do it. But honestly, the station, the channel is growing slowly but surely. And I just feel like some of the great bands that I've already featured, like Return to Dust, Blacktop Mojo, The Boy That Got Away, go back and listen to those earlier videos. But I think they're getting lost in the mix. Right now, where my average video only gets 150 views or so. Uh, I don't want these bands to be, like I said, lost in the mix. I really want people to be exposed to them and realize there's really good new music being made. So I'm going to focus on the classics for a little while. But like I said, I don't want to just do like every other reaction channel, and not that they're doing anything wrong because they're a lot more successful than I am. But I'm convinced the real music is not necessarily in the big hits. You got to think the big hits apply a to be a giant hit. It has to appeal to a wide spectrum, a huge demographic, and for the true rock and roll lovers and music, for lack of a better word, connoisseurs. I know that's not the right word, but for the true music lovers, not that the casual listener doesn't love music, but for the true music lover, rock and roll lover, the greatest songs I'm convinced are on the B sides or lost in the mix or just overlooked. I mean, if an album has a smash hit or two, they're just overwhelming smash number one hits. It's easy for a really really good song to get lost in the luster of those two big songs. So I wanted to go with the Doors. I know they're big songs, of course. I've never seen any of their live performances. We'll probably get into some of those, but I leaned on a good friend of the program, Art Entel, and Art sent me a good Doors song that isn't widely considered a hit is "End of the Night." It's often cited as underrated gem from their catalog, showcasing Jim Morrison's poetic lyrics and the band's atmospheric sound. So we're going to get in and we're going to listen to the studio recording of "End of the Night" by the Doors. Uh, it kind of, when I pulled it up, it kind of took me off guard because it's only 2 minutes 50 seconds long. These 70 songs, man, I expect them to be epic. 8 to 20 minute songs. So this one only being 2 minutes 50 seconds, and for it to be considered, according to Art, to be considered a hidden gem, we'll see. So I do know my brother tells me that Jim Morrison's voice was absolutely amazing. I don't know if the hit songs that I've heard from them really showcases his vocal range and his true talent. So this is going to be a new one. This is going to be a first time listen for me. Let me know your comments. Hey, please like, subscribe to the station, hit the notifications bell. Man, I've been getting so many comments and I love them, especially Pink Floyd. We're coming back to Pink Floyd this week. We're going to go with Comfortably Numb. Uh, I know that's the big hit. That's probably the number one. When you search them, the number one, but I've had 4 requests for it, and I'm not going to ignore requests. So we're going to do that, and then the next Pink Floyd we get into, we're going to get into a little more of their obscure stuff. Uh, but anyway, let's get it. End of the Night by The Doors. Here we go.
Take the highway to the end of the night, end of the night, end of the night. Take a journey to the bright midnight, end of the night, end of the night. Realms of bliss, realms of light. Some are born to sweet delight. Some are born to sweet delight. Some are born to the endless night. End of the night. End of the night. End of the night. End of the night. Realms of bliss, realms of light. Some are born to sweet delight. Some are born to sweet delight. Some are born to the endless night. End of the night. End of the night. End of the night. End of the night.
Ah, wow. Man, what can I say about that song? First of all, I liked it. Uh, it left me. It left me hanging through most of the song. I kept expecting the crescendo, the building, the building, the building. I knew it was only 2.5, less than 3 minutes long, uh, and finally, probably the 2.5 minute mark, I'd given up. I said, "This is just going to be a laid back song," and then we got it, and it didn't disappoint. Uh, I kind of, man, don't crucify me for this. I kind of draw some, from my limited knowledge, some similarities with Pink Floyd. It may have just been the era, but just the whole, the minor scales, the kind of somber, ominous mood of the song. Uh, Jim Morrison's voice being so melodic and just and it just kept building and building. It really, I don't know how to explain it. It was building, layers were being added, but wasn't like a Linkin Park. You know when they're building to a crescendo, and then they have that breakdown, and then the screams. This song just subtle. The thing with the '70s songs, the '90s and early 2000s music was more in your face. This is subtle. This is more, and not knocking the '90s music that I love, but this is more talent, I guess, with the band. More focus on the music, not so much vocals and synthesizers or what with Linkin Park's their style, the turntables and I love the style, but man, this is more true music, true band talent, and the vocals are just icing on the cake. I mean, I feel like you could listen to this song without the words and still thoroughly enjoy it. So, man, I'm loving it. I know the Doors are huge. Please give me some other gems, some hidden B-side treasures from the Doors, and I'm sure we'll get their big hits eventually. But man, this was a great introduction to the Doors for me. Other than like I don't know if I've ever heard a whole Doors song. I mean, everybody knows their big hits, and when you hear them, like you instantly recognize them. But I don't know if I've ever intentionally sat down and listened to a whole Doors song, which is a shame. But that's going to change soon. But anyway, thank you everybody for listening. Keep the comments up. Like I said, if you like it, like it. If you don't like it, uh, subscribe, hit the notification bell, because I'm enjoying doing this and I'm really enjoying learning about an era of music that I just missed by a decade. And man, it was good stuff. So we've got so many bands left to hit. Pink Floyd coming back this week, Steppenwolf coming this week, and of course Led Zeppelin coming this week. So I can't wait. Thank you. See you next time.